Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right back. Sooner born. Back with my boy, Nino Williams. What's good, fam?
What's happening, man?
What's
What's happening,
happening,
man?
fam?
Been a
Been a minute.
minute, man. Shit, well, it's been since 2024, huh?
I mean, whew, it's been a second there. I don't know when the last
Yeah,
time we've been able
that's
to,
man. Been about a half a year. You know what I'm saying?
man.
When you were saying we right back, I'm kind of like, shit. Is we right back? It's been a minute. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, we always right back. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying?
right back. You right. You right. You right. What's
You
good? You
know what
been
I
all right
mean?
though?
Nah, man, I'm just straight trying to handle business, man. Talking about, he's on this sooner stuff, but it's been a while since been a lot of news breaking. It's been a couple things that's taking place.
Yeah,
Shoot, man, where you wanna start, man?
man. Well, I just want to ask you one question real quick, and then we can move on to some of these OU draft picks and see what you think about where they win the draft. But man, what's up with your boy Shannon Sharp, man? What's up with the kid?
Ooh, they talking about that boy Shannon.
Ah,
That
what's
boy
up with
Shay
your boy
Shay.
Shannon Sharp, man?
Ah, man, it's been a lot going on with Shannon. So hopefully, I mean, he could keep his whole thing together over there, man, at Club Shay Shay, because I see they lost. It seems as if they lost a couple sponsorships, been a
Yeah,
couple things that took place. I don't know
yeah,
what's going on with Shay Shay now, but
man. The things that I do know is she 19 and he like mid 50s. But you think any of the allegations are true, or you think it's a money grab, or you know what I mean? Like, what's your initial thoughts? You don't have to go into too many details because it's still an ongoing situation. But I know you're a fan of Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? As a man, what is he?
oh, you mean
Not
it's
not
like a
influencer, but you know what I mean. As a somebody that has their own as a podcaster, I know that you like his material. You know what I'm saying. So, what's your initial thoughts, man? You think guilty, not guilty? Could be a little bit of truth to it. It's a money grab. What you feel about it?
eh, I mean, it might be, hey, look, I wasn't there, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you whether he was.
That boy said, "I plead the fifth, man. I ain't got
I
nothing to say
wasn't
about Shay
there.
Shay."
I was not present, so I can't tell you what happened when it comes to that. To be quite honest with you, but I mean, hopefully, I hope it's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't want.
yeah.
Uh,
Can
you
only
know what I'm
hope for the
saying?
best, huh?
You can. Ain't do what they say. We can only hope for the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, that's all I got for Shannon and I can't really, honestly,
Yeah.
I can't tell you whether here or there because it's some fishy stuff going on. I mean, the way he came out tried to do the Jay-Z approach, I didn't think that was quite particularly the best way to handle it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The way he came out and dropped all the text messages and did that kind of stuff. Um,
See, I didn't even know he did that. I do know that he offered 10 million, which, if I ain't done nothing wrong, I ain't offering nothing. So I wonder what that's about. And then I think it went from like 10 million up to like 50 million. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I heard there was something about he was saying I choked the shit out of you or something like that. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's real and what's fake, you know what I'm saying, as far as what's coming out in the outlets, but it just seems like he keep finding himself in some type of leaked audio or leaked message type of situation.
yeah, it's it's always something, huh?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you say what was you about to say?
Oh, I'm through with Shannon. I ain't got to talk about him no more. I just wanted to see your initial thoughts on that. I'm ready to hop into the show. You know what I'm saying? See these topics, man. See what you think about some of these OU draft picks. Oh, you didn't have very many draft picks this time around, neither, man. Did y'all have fives?
Really, that's how you want to go. All right, friend. All
No,
right,
no. I
so we
mean, I mean, for I
had.
mean, that's if
Nah, they had
that number's a little bit small. Pause. You know what I'm saying for OU. You know what I mean?
nah,
They
nah.
usually have like did OU have any first round draft picks?
Nope. Oh, he did not have any first round draft picks. Did not have
Second,
any second or
third.
third. As a
Ooh.
fourth, though, we had Danny Stutzman. I think he went to the Saints, if I'm not mistaken, in
Yeah.
the fourth round, and then a couple picks later, Billy Bowman. He went to the Falcons. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So two fourth round draft picks. Um,
Anything after that?
uh, maybe one more. I don't know. Was them the only two?
Dang.
No, it was the only two. Matter of fact, because they went 22 years consecutive with at least three or more. And this is the
Dang.
first time since
See? Yeah.
2001, 2002 that they went, I think it's 2001 or two or three, that they have went without three draft picks. So,
Damn. A little bit of history, huh?
I mean, makes sense coming off of what? How many? They
Six
only
or
won
seven.
6 games last year. So,
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, we're not going to be mad at him for.
Dang, so man, that just speaks to the offense too. They didn't have one offensive player drafted.
I don't think. Nope, nope.
And a linebacker and a safety, huh? I'm just saying.
Linebacker. I'm trying to see where you going with this.
Nah. That ain't no clown in that. I'm just
Nah, yeah.
man,
Nah, I
I
see
like
where you
OU
going.
usually have like a running back or a receiver. They usually have like an offensive tackle. Man, no defensive interior, you know what I'm saying? Just a linebacker safety,
Mm.
fourth round.
Linebacker safety, baby. Fourth round. That's all we had, yo. But since we've talked last, it's been a lot that happened.
Yeah.
Been a
Yeah.
while since a live show, but since I've talked to the community, um, because I try to update the guys, during the week, try to come through and drop what I can, whatever I hear about. But I will say it's been a minute. We was in the David Stone situation. Then we had Sam Franklin leave. That was the guy that you sent me the article earlier.
The
With
running
Sam
back.
Franklin leave. Yep, the
Yeah.
running back. He left, and then Gavin Sawchuk, he just left, I think last Friday or something like that. So the running back room is starting to shape up because they brought in Jaden Ott, and Jaden Ott from California. I know he had at least I think it was a 1,300-yard season. Not last year, but the year before. Last year he was hurt, and so he is coming off an injury, but he did play through the injury
What
during the
type of in?
season. He had an ankle injury.
Okay.
He had an ankle injury, but he did play through it. Um, and he still was pretty productive, but he wasn't as productive as the year before. A guy that shows a lot of wiggle. Can bounce to the outside, does everything the right way, as far as I can tell, can catch the ball at the backfield. So I can understand why Sam Franklin and then Gavin Sawchuk left. Now, really like Gavin Sawchuk, two-time player of the year out of Colorado. Um, nice running back, but hey man, he couldn't find his footing, had a lot of injuries. So at 2023, he did have a 5-game stretch where he rushed for over 100 yards in 5 straight games. So he did do a lot right there. But last year just wasn't his year, man. He only got to touches was limited. He didn't get to play in a lot of games that I think he played like 9 games he's played in, but he was hurt and shit about at least 4 or 5 games, something like that. Um, but anyway, the running back situation looked a little better. And I know that Jaden Ott should start, but this is where I'm gonna ask you. I know you saw the guy last year, Taylor Tatum. We had Javante Barnes, Xavier Robinson. As a kind of an outside looking in, what you think about the running back position, and what do you think who should get the majority of the touches? I
Man,
mean, far as what you can see.
I don't know the running back about from Cal, so I can't speak on him. But for the people,
Hmm.
for the running backs that are remaining, uh, man, that's tough because they all have pros and cons that kind of equal them out, in my opinion. Like I think talent wise, um, the Tatum kid is probably the most talented in the backfield, but he got the fumbling
Okay.
issue. You know what I'm saying? And like we discussed off camera, it's one thing to fumble, but it's another thing to lose the fumbles. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah, can't put
defense
the
gets the
ball on the
ball,
ground.
but you know what I mean? He puts the ball on the ground, but the defense recovers.
Right.
So that kind of takes away from, the talent aspect. Barnes, um, I see what you and Dark be talking about as far as, straight ahead, really no vision, shoestring tackles and stuff like that.
A lot of
Um,
shoestring.
you know what I'm saying? So um, I I don't think he got enough carries last year to show if he could get his mojo going. Like I think he's one of those backs where when you get in the fourth quarter, you might not want to tackle him, but through the course of the game, he's not getting enough carries to get in the rhythm. So I don't really know how good he is. Um, the Robertson kid, Xavier Robertson, I
Hmm.
told you what I felt about him coming out of high school, but you
Coming
know,
out of Carl
Carl
Albert
out.
to be
Yeah,
exact. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I know you got some experience knowing that you was you there to coach against him when you was at
yeah. Carl
okay.
Albert. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We actually beat Carl Albert that year at Carl Albert, like 50 something to 20 something. But he was a
So
baby though.
how did he look when so he's like a sophomore freshman
He was
when you
a
coached against him?
sophomore. Yeah. So Johnny Brazil's son got the majority of the carries that game.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
but um, we'll just speak on what he has put on the table as far as a college running back. Um, I don't know. I think the jury's still out on him, and then boom, he gets injured, and he doesn't see the field like the last two games or something like that. If I remember correctly, I don't even think he played very much in the bowl game. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, is he a college back that's injury prone? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I think the jury is still out on the backfield at OU. I think Saltruck was probably the most complete running back out of all of them. Um, so I think that's going to be a blow for OU losing him. Um, but I think the dynamic that's probably the most interesting out of the whole thing is with any of them getting a rhythm with the way that DeMarco Murray likes to rotate running backs. I
Man,
think that's one of the biggest storylines right
that is a
there.
big question.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I would just say roster wise, talent wise, as a whole, I'll probably give OU right now, based on last year, not what they did in the spring or what was projected, but based on last year, I'll probably give OU's backfield maybe a C minus going into this season. What you think? Am I inaccurate with that? Am I not seeing it correctly, or would you agree?
It's hard to, I mean, it's hard to argue with the C minus judging off what they, from last season when it comes to Xavier Robinson, Sawchuck, and Barnes. Um, I personally would give him I give about a B minus coming into this season only because of the whole Jaden Ott pickup. I think Jaden Ott is
Oh
a
no, no, no. I'm saying excluding him, not adding him to the
excluding him.
equation
Yeah, well, you
because
probably right.
he's not
Yeah.
on
That's what I'm saying.
campus yet. Yeah,
Yeah. Nah, you right when it comes to how you judge the other running backs coming off last year. I was
yeah. Who's
just
on the
going into
current
next.
roster right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nah, I think we on the same page when it comes to that. Jimmy Satterfield, I see you. What up, Playboy? I
What
see
up?
you
What
in the
up?
chat. I see
What up?
Marshall Jenkins in the chat. He
What
said that
up?
was some bull jive how they did Shador. Okay, so we
Wait,
can't talk
wait,
about
wait,
the hold on. Let's go into it.
wait.
Let's go into it.
We can't. Hold on. Before we talk about Shador, I
Hmm.
want to ask you and our OU fans, what do you think about the draft? Um, what do you where the linebacker and safety for OU? Do you think that those were good spots where they fell as far as a fourth round, or do you think their talent should have had them in earlier rounds?
No, I thought Stutzman just based off of his physical ability and based off of his his frame, the pet not pedigree, but what am I trying to say? Just based
That's
off his build,
yeah.
6'4", um, 200 and whatever pounds. Like he's a nice frame guy, pause. And I feel like based off that and his run stopping ability now. So I thought he'd go third round. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
It wasn't
Okay.
far off. I thought he'd probably be a third round draft pick. But based off of his coverage abilities, I felt like he might slip a little bit. So fourth round is about right. And then Billy Bowman. Billy Bowman is just a
Big
football
likeness.
player. What'd you say?
Hey, hold on. Rewind that a little bit. I lost power over here for a quick second. We had a big
Okay.
time lightning strike. What'd you say? You said third round?
I thought he'd be okay. Let's go back to Stutzman. I thought he'd be third round.
You, yeah, you said third round. I can see
Yeah,
that. I can see that.
but
I can see
fourth
that.
round is about right. Judge off how it all played out. You know what I'm saying? Far as his ability and his pass coverage abilities, maybe slacking just a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Anywhere from 3 to 5. And
Okay.
Billy Bowman, I thought that he's just a football player. And honestly, I thought he probably could have went a little higher. Not. I thought he went appropriately in the fourth, maybe third as well. But maybe I thought a coach might have thought that they saw just the football player in him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because to me, he's just a great player. Like I draft him on if I had the decision to make on a football team because he just even though he's slightly undersized though. That's why I can see why he went to fourth round. Slightly undersized, but as a player, I
You know
think he
who he
balls
remind me
out.
of?
Bob,
Yeah, you know who he remind me of?
who's you gonna say?
Now, I'm not saying they on the same level at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because the name that I'm getting ready to say, the boy was cold. You know what I'm saying? But as far as just being a football player and
Uh-huh.
undersized, he reminds me of the Badger.
Oh,
Tyron
okay. That's a good
Matthew.
one. That's a
You know
good.
what I'm
I
saying?
see.
I'm
I
not
thought
saying he is Tyron Matthew because
no,
he could
no.
cover the slot, he could do all that type of stuff. But as far as just having a knack for the football, being a football player, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like kind of old school type grit. You know what I mean? He kind of reminded me of the way he flew around the field. He probably not gonna blow you away with his 40 speed, but he's faster than people on the field, taking angles and stuff like that. Like he kind of remind me of Tyron. Is it Tyron
Tyrann Matthew.
Matthew?
Yep. Tyrann
Yeah,
Matthew.
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
Tyrann Matthew's a good football player. Definitely, I feel like he's in that mold. You know what I'm saying? So I see what you're saying. Like
Yeah, that
maybe
mold.
we,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah. We're not
mold. Yeah,
going.
that's perfect.
I mean, we can't. It is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Same type of guy. Um,
Yeah.
Shador. Let's
Let's segue to it right now. Oh, hey man,
not.
the people want to talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's go. Shador. Marshall Jenkins, he say I hate that Bowman landed in Atlanta and Stutzman in New Orleans. They dropped too far. Yeah.
You
I
say
mean,
what?
Marshall Jenkins, he said he thought that they dropped too far. I mean, I understand that. I felt like they should have won the third round, both of them, honestly. But
Both of who?
it,
Shador and who?
no. I was just reading the chat. He talking about Bowman and
Yeah.
Stutzman.
Okay. Yeah,
He
yeah.
said Bowman reminds him of a ball hawk and Earl Thomas. That's how, hey, there's some great comparisons that Bowman getting now. Now, I like Bowman, and he is a fantastic football player. I do believe he's going to do good in the
Man,
NFL. I really do.
I
I
don't know,
really
man.
do.
Earl Thomas was
I mean, that's
tough.
not Earl
Oh,
Thomas. That's what I'm saying. These some lofty
Thomas might be
comparisons.
another level. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I understand that mold. I
Yeah,
understand
in
that
that
mold.
mode. Yeah, because they kind of like shorter guys
Yeah,
who they play big though. They ain't no
yeah,
punks. They come in there, they
yeah,
hit, they
yeah,
tackle. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
football
think
player.
Bowen's speed probably got him, and I think the linebacker, I think his hips may have gotten him because
Yeah, he
that's why he doesn't play
yeah.
well in coverage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dropping, getting in the
Yep.
passing lanes and stuff like that. He's a little stiff.
I agree with that. Bowman
Yeah.
a little stiff on the hips, pause. You know what I'm
What's his
saying?
name?
So
Strassman.
Stutzman. Not
Stutzman,
Bowman.
yeah,
My bad. Not Bowman, but yeah,
yeah,
Stutzman.
Stutzman. I think
Yeah.
he's not really fluid at that. The 6'4" looks very good on paper. 6'4",
And
230,
he's a
two
he's
forty.
a run stopper.
Yeah. But he does play 6'4" when it's time to get in passing lanes and
Yeah, he
drop
does.
back. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
All right. So how did you feel about the boy? You know what I'm saying? Sliding back. What up, Sooner Cowboys? I see you in the chat. You know what I'm
What
saying?
up? What up?
Um, so how'd you feel about Shador? Now that we got the OU players out the way, talked about them for a second. What up, everybody in the chat? Joined in the chat just now.
What up?
Man, good to see you. Shout
Yo,
out, Boomer Sooner, all that type of stuff. But we do just want to talk a little bit about the boy, Shador. Everybody talking about the situation. Everybody thinking that, he slid far back. You want to go first? You want me to throw my opinion out there first?
Man, I go ahead and go.
Go ahead.
One, I thought due to his last name and politics, I didn't think I thought there was a chance, he could go high in the draft, but I've never been a Shador fan just because of um, the level of competition he still play in the Big 12. And it's nothing against him. I just judge quarterbacks. I think in order to go high round, you have to pass the football against more man-to-man defenses than what he faced in his college career.
Word.
And for the amount of zone defense and off coverage that he saw in the Big 12, it was a lot of really pitch and catch. You know what I mean? It's damn near like playing 7-on-7 in the Big 12. And so you never got to see, those tight windows on timing patterns when the ball got to come out, be there, so like you really didn't get a chance to see a lot of those type of throws to judge him on. And so I didn't think he was a high round draft pick. And then I didn't think that he had the athleticism to be more of a first round quarterback. You know what I mean? Like I can see Shador putting on weight because he got like granny hips. You know what I mean? So as he gets older, his body's gonna change, and he's really not gonna be fluid. And he has an issue with that now. Um, like we discussed off camera, I do think he has first round IQ, just because he gets mentored by Tom Brady. His dad is a Hall of Famer, one of the
Mm-hmm.
best to ever do it. And he has the luxury of being around some people that know the game pretty well. So I think IQ wise, um, he's a first rounder. But when it comes to attributes and intangibles, I really thought he was around a third to fifth round pick. And then if you look at the competition that he's played against between Jackson State and the Big 12, I really think that he probably played against late third round to probably sixth round type of competition. You know what I mean, as far as overall career. So I guess if you mesh all those numbers together, maybe he is a fourth or fifth round draft pick, but I don't see what the fuss is about because I just never ever thought that he was just. If he didn't have the Sanders last name, I think he would have been, kind of just a regular Joe quarterback
And
that
I
had some
think
numbers.
I think and I mean, not to cut you off, you know what I'm saying? You've waxed poetically about the
I appreciate
situation.
that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. But all I would say is I think you right on when it comes to um I think I think we went awry somewhere along the lines. Maybe I don't know how to say this, but maybe nobody wanted to get canceled or something like that is what I want to try to say in a way. I know I just said it out loud, but it's like we can't talk truthfully about the whole Colorado situation for some reason and the whole Jackson State situation and how, Deion went from Jackson State to Colorado, brought his son in with him, got Travis Hunter. That was all great. We all rooting for him. And y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We all had to root for them. And then and then we had to act like it was just so special, whatever Colorado was doing. I mean, they retired their jerseys. I mean, do we really think their jerseys need to be retired? I mean,
Man, you talking about cats like Rashad Salam, you know what I'm saying? Heisman Trophy
yeah,
winners, you know what I'm saying? What's the boy, Cordell Stewart, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown, you know,
yeah.
to me, those are like Colorado Buffaloes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I, I'm not playing patty cake and you know what I'm saying? You know how I felt about Dion leaving Jackson State anyway. We got videos talking about that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But if you exclude that, I just think, man, I mean, were there any top DBs in the Big 12 that got drafted?
Uh, yeah. I mean, yes, some DBs got drafted because but
I'm talking about first, second round.
they not. Nah, it wasn't. I know what you're saying. It was no top guys out there that they
You know what I'm
was
saying? What top
going
safety did he
against.
play against? I mean, shoot, he played in the Big 12 that didn't even have OU or Texas this year.
And but listen, but hold on. I do want to say, like what the Marshall Jenkins said, man, you tripping. Shador is an excellent, accurate quarterback. I can't wait to see what he does and when he's shining in the league. Listen, I'm not saying he's trash or nothing like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying I don't think he's
What team did he
uh
play against?
all right. I know I don't think he's Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's a top talent like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm not
I don't
saying
think
he's
he's Cam
Jamarcus
Ward.
Russell.
That's what I'm saying. He's not Cam Ward either. Obviously. I mean, if you ask me, like that's they're two different type of talents. I think he's a cool
Yeah.
player.
What-
I think he's a cool player. I just don't think he's like great. Like, and they said like most of the league looked at him like a backup. That's
Yeah.
why didn't nobody pick him up.
Well, also Dion said that we ain't playing for this team, we ain't playing for that team.
Yeah.
That has to do with it. And then, I heard Shador wasn't very professional on the interviews that he had, you know what I'm saying? So that made him fall back.
Right.
Um, but my question to the commenter that said he's a good quarterback and all that, at what point was he a good quarterback? Because there were games where teams had his number, they were playing man-to-man defense, they were blitzing, and they were getting to him. He couldn't avoid the rush. He was getting sacked. And then at the end of the game, those same teams decide to go bend but don't break and play zone on the last drive, 97 yards. Don't put pressure on him, and he drives down the field to score. To me, that indicates that he's no better than any other quarterback that you give a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like any quarterback that can stand back there and pat the ball is gonna be good. But your first rounders are supposed to be able to produce under pressure. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see him produce under pressure enough. And I can name countless games: TCU, Colorado State game, um, um, Nebraska almost did it, but I think Nebraska beat them twice while he was at Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Like it was countless teams that K-State almost gave up a game doing the same thing. They getting pressure on them, sacking them. Last drive of the game, you know what I'm saying? They don't apply pressure. They play cover four. They play cover two. He knows where those windows are pre-snap. He getting the ball out quick, and he throws this miraculous catch down the field, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like all his success came off of zone defenses. And in the NFL, they play a lot more man-to-man and blitz, or they zone blitz a lot more. In college, you don't see very many zone blitzes. You know what I'm saying? If
Mhm.
they playing zone, they playing cover four, they playing cover two. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing zone blitzes. You know what I mean? So I mean, they got five linemen to block four guys, or they got five linemen to block three. I mean, what quarterback can't sit back there and pat the ball and look pretty and pat his stats? You know what I'm saying? And another reason why um, he had nice stats and passing percentage because he hold on to the ball. He'll take a sack rather than throw the ball away, so his passing percentage stays higher. You know what I'm saying? So some of his numbers are inflated as well. So I don't know. Like you say, I'm not saying that he's trash. He's not Jamarcus Russell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's not Pat Mahomes neither.
Right. I'll just say we need to keep it in perspective that he is a good quarterback, I believe.
Is he like?
But like I
Would you
said,
say he better than Tua coming out of
nah,
Alabama?
I think he on that. Mm, it's hard to say, you know what I'm saying? Because we watched, I've seen what Tua's done since Alabama to now. So like, I can't really say that. Maybe on the same level somewhere, maybe just slightly below. I don't
Is he
know.
better than Jaden Daniels?
And, no,
Is he better than the boy that's
no,
in Philly right now that played at Bama at OU?
nah, I can't say that.
Is he better than
I
Josh
definitely
Allen?
can't say that knowing that. Uh,
Is he better than Josh Allen?
well, nah, he ain't better than none of the top quarterbacks in the league. He just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who's better. That boy, hey, that boy Marshall Jenkins, that boy bad. That boy salty you. But
What he say?
yeah,
What he say?
he said it. Oh, you can't see the chat.
Uh-uh.
Nah, he said what? He said you a hater. Keep your day job, player. Say you hating on the boy.
What is there
Yeah,
to
so
hate about?
I don't think you hating on him. I just think you just
But
telling
listen,
it how you see it
that's the
from
easy.
your viewpoint. You know what I mean?
But that's the easy way out. I'm stating facts. All he can say is I'm
Mm.
a hater. Put up some facts. All you saying is, oh, he's good, man. I can't wait to see what he looks like. Well, that's not no facts. All you saying is your opinion. I'm stating facts. What has he done against the blitz? What has he done against zone coverage? What competition has he had in the Big 12? BYU is not very good. K-State is average. Arizona, bad. Arizona State, average. Um, who else? KU, they had a little 3-game win streak. Oklahoma State won 1 game this year. Like, I mean, who did he play against to show that he's that good? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put stats and facts up over opinion any day. And until you can give me some facts, I don't want to hear that I'm a hater. That's
Well,
your
hey.
opinion. You
And there
know
we
what I'm
go. And
saying?
we all listen, we all got our opinion. And listen, he is going to prove us right or wrong when it comes within the next couple years. So we can just state our opinions right now. And we can state the facts of the matter as far as what he did in college. And hey, it is what it is. And we're gonna say, hey, it's up to Shador. Hey, I hope he does great. I hope he's I hope he's a goddamn Hall of Famer. So, dang.
What
But
I
we'll
would,
see. We'll see.
what I did find funny was this though. The boy from Alabama went before him in the draft.
That's wild.
Now that was a head scratcher.
Jalen Monroe, that's
That
crazy.
was a head scratcher.
Nah, I don't now. I think he has a lot to work.
Yeah.
Shoot. Goddamn. I think he got a
I
lot
didn't
to
even I
work
didn't
on.
even know, and this ain't hating, but I didn't think he threw the football. Like he has like there ain't no gray area with him. Either he making spectacular plays or he making terrible plays. And I don't know. I didn't see him as a draft worthy quarterback. Maybe late 6th round, 7th round.
But just athleticism alone, maybe, you know.
And so unless he's gonna run the offense that Baltimore runs. But other than that, like as far as putting him in I ain't gonna say prototypical offense, but man, I don't know. I was just surprised that he went over Shador. That was the one head scratcher that did shock me. You know what I'm saying? I think Shador is a more complete quarterback than what he is at this point, coming out of college. Was
I
was
would
the
agree.
Mon-
I
wa-
would definitely agree with that. Yeah.
was the Monroe kid? Was he a junior? Did he come out early?
Yeah. He had to. He had to, yeah.
How come?
I don't know. I'm surprised. Maybe he just I remember he thought he should have won the Heisman the year before.
Is it? I wonder. Is Tua's brother going to Alabama? Is that what made him leave early?
I don't
I think
I
they're
don't
supposed to
know.
have.
Is he going there?
I think they're supposed to have a decent little quarterback coming to Alabama. So that may have made him be like,
Hmm.
I'm not hitting the portal. I'm going to the league. But yeah, I was shocked at that. I seen that. I'm like, dang, Shador must have really pissed some folks off in that interview room if he going before Shador.
Look, Dylan Gabriel went before and to the same team. He went the third round to the
Yeah,
same team.
but
So
I think Dylan Gabriel played against better competition.
no,
I
no,
think
Dylan Gabriel.
if Dylan Gabriel was 6'1" or 6'2", I think his draft status would have been higher than third
Shit,
round.
he would have won the first round if he was
Yeah,
6'1".
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Honestly, like as far as what his career and everything he's done, it suggests that he should go in the first round if he had the prototypical size. The
Yeah.
fact that he my height, that's what took him down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
Like,
right.
so
So what's your thoughts on Shador? So I don't look like the only hater on the show.
I think I said what I had to say. I mean, I think he's a I think he's a solid guy, but I don't think he's like Patrick Mahomes and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, I don't he's not Josh Allen, he's not Lamar Jackson, he's not none of that. I think he's just a solid.
Joe
Um,
Flacco?
that's that's. I mean, we laugh, but Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl, so I mean, with a great defense too, but and he beat my Niners. Screw him.
let,
But
let me let me ask you this: is Shador Sanders a starter in the NFL?
you gonna add no.
He's not a starter.
I didn't want to say it. Why you make me say that? Pause.
Just ask you a question, dog. I didn't make you say nothing, dog. I didn't. Nah. So you don't think he's a starter in the NFL? Can he start over Dylan Gabriel
No,
for,
that's gonna
for
be a
Cleveland
hard.
Browns? Can he
That's gonna
start
be tough.
over?
That's the question. That's gonna be tough. Is he gonna start over Dylan Gabriel? That is the question. Yeah, I mean, I guess most people would just be like, "Yeah, he gonna start over Dylan Gabriel." But hey, man, we seen what Dylan Gabriel done, what he done
Yeah,
did, and
yeah.
we seen what Shador Sanders has done. I think they both comparable talents. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie about that. I think they both comparable. You know what I'm saying? Like, but one got drafted in the third, one got drafted in the fifth, and we're gonna have to see how it plays out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it works out for both of them somehow. I don't know how
It
that
can't work
is.
out for both of them. Somebody got to
I don't
hold.
know.
Somebody
Yeah.
got to hold the clipboard. B. Somebody got to
Right.
hold the clipboard. They don't
I
play
don't
two quarterbacks in the NFL.
nah, they
Like
don't.
this ain't baseball where you got a relief pitcher. You know what I'm saying? It's only one guy.
It's gonna be tough. I don't it's
So
tough situation.
let me ask you this: the Raiders
Mm.
needed a quarterback. Pittsburgh needed a quarterback. Evidently, Cleveland thought they needed a quarterback because they took one in the third round. Why did all these teams that needed quarterbacks pass up on him when they had the opportunity? If he's that good, is it something that we know or is it
Well,
something that
listen,
we don't
I
know?
don't want to I mean, I think they just
Was it his
evaluated.
interviews? Was it his
Nah,
dad? Was it
nah.
something they saw in his game that made them feel like, nah, we don't want to
mm,
take a chance on him? Because Pittsburgh had like the number 21 pick, I believe.
Man, I think the NFL is one of them things where I've seen, or we've all seen people do horrific things and still get drafted. They've done things that have
Yeah,
warranted dropping in the draft, and I think
yeah,
we just
yeah,
saw right here. Um, and man, if the boy was Patrick Mahomes, he still would have got drafted in the first round. I'll just put it to you that way. Like
yeah,
if he was still, if he was that guy, you know what I'm saying, he still would have got drafted in the first round. I'm sorry, he
yeah.
ain't that, and he's good. I listen. I'm gonna get off of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a because I don't want to like make it seem like all it because every time I talk about him, I'm trying to be smooth with it right now
Speak your
because
truth, man. Speak
I'll
your
speak the
truth,
truth, but
man. Speak your
everybody think
truth.
I'm hating on him when I talk about it, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just telling you, I think he's good. I just don't think he's him.
You don't
That's
think he's
all.
that good. You don't think he's a first round
Yeah,
draft pick.
I don't think he
Is he a
Andrew
second
Luck.
round draft pick? Is he a second round draft pick?
It could be if you view him that way.
Is he a third round draft pick?
That's what I'm saying.
Is he a third round draft pick?
All right. Yeah, he in that range. He in that range, man. If that's where if that's where you want to put him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
He,
okay.
he all
So
right, man.
what you saying is Shador?
Hey, and my boy,
Sh-
my man, Marshall Jenkins, Marshall Jenkins in the chat. Excuse me, Marshall Jenkins. He said Shador is the best quarterback on that sorry franchise's roster. That could be true. Hey, you could turn out to be right. That could be the truth. He could turn out to be the best quarterback on that roster.
Hey, so he hating on Cleveland.
No, I ain't gonna say hating on Cleveland.
He called him sorry.
Nah, he just think that he's better than the other quarterbacks. That's all.
So he hating on all the other quarterbacks. That's what he doing. He ain't got no facts. He
Because
just
they
called
got
everybody
five.
sorry.
They got Kenny Pickett, Gabriel,
Deshaun Watson,
Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and there's
Flacco.
one more. Flacco. Five. They got five quarterbacks. That's wild. So
He
let's
didn't get he
see.
didn't get he didn't get no facts about, you know what I mean, such and such plays like this, such a play. He
Ah,
struggles.
nah.
He just they all sorry.
Shador the best quarterback on the roster. What
Hey,
we,
let me
hold
ask
on,
you
hold on.
this.
Go ahead. What else we got?
What you think about Cam Ward? Do you think he's better than Shador?
I mean, yeah. I think I
So
bet arm, like his arm strength. I'd say that.
you think he's a better scrambler?
I think he just smoother. I think he got more patience in the pocket, smoother. His feet. I like his feet better. When he's moving around, especially when the blitz comes, he's calm. He never gets like
Rattled.
overreactive.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like he always stay calm. And sometimes what I notice he'll try to make too bold of a throw,
Yeah.
but I do like the confidence still. So that's one of the things that make you a number one quarterback. Like he still got the confidence enough to show it with the arm strength and talent to do it.
Who's
That's
taller out of the two?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. They might be around the same height. What are they about 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah,
They
I would
both
say
got
about
like
6'2", yeah.
about around
Yeah.
that area, I think. I think Cam Ward's. I don't know. They frames are different, but they might weigh about the same. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense. They just built different. Pause.
Is is Cam Ward a starter in the NFL?
Nat, you know he a day one.
Okay. Uh is do you see him being um a Pro Bowler eventually? Do you think he's that type of quarterback?
No, I don't know about that. I
Okay.
would say. I mean, I don't know. What you think about that? You think you're Pro Bowler? I don't know. I mean, that's hard to say. I mean, I don't know.
I,
But I do think it's a starter, so that gives him a chance.
yeah, the only thing is they're gonna have to get some other pieces around him because when you usually the first pick for a reason because that team didn't have very much.
Hmm.
So without them having a run game with Derrick Henry, um,
You know who you remind me of?
who's that?
Cam Ward. Now to just really think about it, he remind me of like Warren Moon.
You
Like
Warren
he's
Moon gave him the grace to wear number one.
did he? I
Yep.
mean, I don't even know that, but that's what he remind like the way he moved, like even the way like how he step up in the pocket and he put his hands up, everything about him kind of looked like Warren Moon to me.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
I got you. I got you. I got you. I was trying to think, man, what quarterback out there has there been? I don't even have a comparison for him. I think uh, Pro Bowler. I don't know. I have to see a season or two, but I think he just has great competitive spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
like the dude is a competitor. He had like what 4 game winning drives to win games last year. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how talented Miami was of a team overall, but he won wherever he went. You know what I'm saying? He did well at Washington State. He ended up going to Miami doing well.
He
So
brought him up. He took him to a bowl game. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
and
So
Miami was kind of falling off there for a while. So
yeah, shoot,
he
he had him in the
and he
top
was a
10 this year.
he was at Arbuckle for 2 years. With he actually went with our you know what I'm saying? He was there before John Mateer. He left, and John Mateer took his spot when he left. He went
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Miami
yeah,
to
yeah,
get more
yeah,
money,
yeah,
basically. But
yeah.
he was with Arbuckle for 2 years.
Yeah.
At the last school they was with, whatever, I can't remember.
Washington State.
No. Before that, it was shit. I can't remember.
So
But then they went to,
Cam Ward been to three schools?
I believe so, right? Uh huh. I think that's
Dang.
kind of how they moved around. Not, no, you're right. He's at Washington State
Nah,
because
hold on. Just so we can be actual
yeah,
factual.
it'd be actual factual.
You know what I'm saying?
When somebody, oh y'all, let me know in the chat. What did was Ben
Let's
Arbuckle
see.
been at Washington State for 2 years, right?
College football. Let's see. He played college football for the man. It says he played college football for the Incarnate Word Cardinals, Washington State Cougars, and Miami Hurricanes. Win the 2020 Jerry Rice Award with Incarnate Ward and the 2024 Davy O'Brien and Manning Award with Miami. What was it? Man, what is I gotta look this school up. Incarnate Ward, I don't know. Incarnate Word Cardinals football. What is this? Program is an intercollegiate American football team for the University of Incarnate Word UIW, located in San Antonio, Texas. The program began in 2009 and originally competed in NCAA Division II as members of the Lone Star Conference. In 2013, the school moved to Division I. For 2013 season, UIW competed as a member of the Southland Conference for all sports except football. Football competed with the 11-game schedule as an independent. UIW began playing Southland football in 2014. The team plays its home games at the 6,000 seat Gale and Tom Benson Stadium. Dang, I didn't even know. Man, he came from nowhere.
Was like came from out the gut, huh?
Incarnate
But
Word Cardinals. That's man, I didn't even know that about the kids. So yeah, he came from nothing.
why? And whatchamacallit, that's what I'm saying. He played, yes, he did play with Arbuckle, Washington State,
Yeah,
but Arbuckle came from Western Kentucky. That's what I was trying to think about. That's what I couldn't remember. That's where he came from before Washington State, and then the OU. So,
yeah.
but yeah, but hey, hopefully he becomes a baller too. I think he'll be all right though. But who knows, man? Tennessee. Hopefully they get him some weapons and everything work out for him.
Oh, but before we get off, pause. Who went to a better franchise? Cam Ward with the
What's your
Titans,
mind?
Cam Ward with the Titans, or Shador with Cleveland?
Oh man, definitely Cam Ward. Cleveland ain't done nothing good since.
Jim Brown. I'm sorry, boss. Oh, think we lost you, man, or that you lost me. Did you lose power? It's gonna be too late. Sooner born. Did we lose you? Mm.